Team Rivalry Reaction.
Good evening, football fans. This is Team Rivalry. I am Cliff, and we are going through the 2023 schedule for the Big Ten West. Mac is going to do the Big Ten East. We're talking about the Northwestern Wildcats, and I got to tell you, Northwestern is my least favorite team in the Big Ten. As a Michigan fan, I should probably say Ohio State or Michigan State. I have that fan hatred of those teams. But Northwestern is my least favorite team because I think they have failed the players. And remember, when we do these things, we're not trying to attack these kids. We're not trying to say we can play better than these kids. These kids are working hard. These kids are doing the best they can with what they've got. And what they've got in a coach of Pat Fitzgerald is a guy making millions of dollars who went 1-11 last year. And it doesn't get a whole lot better in the years prior to that. I was reading on, I forget the website, but I was reading that Northwestern had made a couple of major changes. They, let's see, Pat Fitzgerald relieved, they called it, the defensive coordinator, Jim O'Neill, the defensive line coach, Marty Long, the wide receiver coach, Dennis Springer. That all happened fairly early after the season ended, after the 2022 season ended, and there hasn't been a lot of talk since then. So nobody really knows what Pat Fitzgerald is doing over there, which means you don't have a lot to look forward to. Their recruiting class, the overall rank is 59, which puts them in the middle of the pack, which actually is better than I thought it would be, given what's gone on over there. I honestly, like I said, I don't know why Pat Fitzgerald still has a job, but here we go. Here's the 2023 schedule. They start off with Rutgers. Rutgers is probably the second worst team in the Big Ten. So can they beat Rutgers? I don't know. I doubt it. I'm going to say that's a loss. Texas, El Paso, Duke. Texas, El Paso they could beat. Maybe. That might be their one win for the year. Duke, I think Duke's going to put them down. I think Minnesota's going to put them down. I think Penn State is going to beat Pat Fitzgerald into the turf. Howard? Maybe. Nebraska has a new coach in Matt Rule. That's going to be a fun one. If Matt Rule as a new coach comes in and devastates Northwestern, will Pat Fitzgerald lose his job then? I guess we'll see. Maryland? No, I think that's a loss. Iowa? That's definitely a loss. Wisconsin? Even with a new coach, but it's Luke Fickell. That's a loss. Purdue has a new coach. Ryan Walters. I keep forgetting his name. Ryan Walters. He is a brand new coach with no experience. Matt Rule, at least, has coached in other places. Ryan Walters has not coached anywhere, but he is coming from Illinois, so he did learn from Brett Bielema. So honestly, I think that's a loss for Northwestern. Illinois, that's a loss for Northwestern. So what was that? They go 2-10 this year instead of 1-11, so they get an extra win right off the bat. I shouldn't say right off the bat because they beat Nebraska in their first game last year. So if they beat Rutgers, it's just like last year. Will they beat Texas El Paso? Don't know. I really don't. I'm sorry to you Northwestern fans. I know you want to hear that your team is getting better. You want to hear that Pat Fitzgerald has either turned the corner or leaves, but it doesn't look like either of those things are happening. We'll see. And that's all I can say. If you agree, let me know in the comments. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. Happy football.
Hey!